Yep.
Hi, I'm Darren, and this is Mike,
Hello, everybody.
and we're with Paul and Helena. And for those of you that don't know Mike and I, we're online business mentors, and these are some of the people that we've mentored in the past year or so. So we get a lot of questions, and I'm going to ask them some questions that we get from people like you that may be watching this video that might be a bit skeptical or whatnot. But first of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
My name is Helena. I am early 50s. I'm 53, and Paul, well, he's a little bit older, a little bit younger than I am, but my background is I was a mom, just a mom for many years, and when my kids got a little older, I decided I need to make some money to, add to the coffers, and so I was a postie. Most years, administration. That was my hot button. Anything to do with numbers. That's me.
What about you, Paul?
Me, well, I've been in trucking for the last I've been in the oil field for the last 32 years, actually. And did a numerous amount of jobs in between all that, but mostly highway's been all my experience, and all the ailments that go with it, the back pains, the ups and downs of the oil field. And that's basically wanted to try to get out of doing that anymore, because you get tired of that up and down all the time. 3 years it's good, another year it's not, and you spend what you make, and you don't seem to be getting ahead as it is. So
The boom and the bust.
Basically the boom and the bust. Like you save for the down times, because there's going to be one, and then you say what you saved is what's gone. So we just decided that there's got to be something else out there.
Yeah, they live in BC, but Paul works in northern Alberta, so that's where the boom and bust comes from.
Yeah.
And when did you start working with us online?
It was in September of 2016, so it's just over a year ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know that Paul was the one that saw our ad first.
Yes, it was
and
him.
brought it to you, and you were a little bit skeptical. So what would you say to people that are watching this that might be skeptical?
It's okay to be skeptical, because it's like an inner defense that we have. It's a natural thing, but you know what? If the skeptic in you is a good thing, but at the same time, it's don't let that skepticism prevent you from checking something out. I think that was the key for us when Paul brought that home for me, and he said, because he figured, I'm a little more online, I'm on Facebook more than he is, and he wanted me to check it out. And I said, you know what, it looks good, but you know what, let's dig deeper into this. Let's just see. I like taking chances. I like new things, and let's just look into it.
Yeah. But I like to find things out for myself first. So, I dig into it and I find out who it is. I actually go to his place, and I like to see results. And I got them, and that's why I got into it, because I seen results firsthand. I don't invest into something that I don't see results first. It's the same as my trucking business. I'm not going to go work for somebody that I gotta end up not getting paid for. It has happened, but you learn from your mistakes, and this has never been a mistake for us whatsoever. This has been an amazing
Adventure.
Online entrepreneurship. It's been great. It's totally out of my brain of field. Helena's always into computers all the time, but for me to come back from this and to try to learn to doing this, it's my retirement too. It's our retirement.
Yes.
It's something we can do when I don't want to do trucking anymore. So I want to get out of it and have a little bit of a life, and this is what it's turned out to be.
That sums it up.
Paul, that learning aspect that you just brought up, that brings up another good question we always get, which is, let's talk about the mentorship. Does it go away once you're plugged in? And people always want to know, what's the longest wait time I'm looking at? So in your experience,
If you've ever
how long have you ever had to wait for a question to be answered?
It's
Within a couple hours. It's just, it all depends, of course, what the question is. Sometimes I say, hey, just wait later on, because it's not urgent. But if it's something you need urgent, they come back to you. It feels so good. There's always someone there at the other end. Even though it's online, someone's, they're seeing what's going on.
like you said, it could be a couple hours, but normally it's a couple of minutes, 5-10 minutes or so.
Yeah,
There's somebody on
good.
there to help you.
Yeah.
There's nobody ever going to go away from it.
Yeah.
And you're never left high and dry.
Well, specifically, what's the longest you'd have ever had to wait for an answer from either of us?
The longest?
While we're sitting here with you.
Yeah, that's right.
no,
Yeah, no, it's always within an hour. I would say within the hour.
easily
Yeah.
within an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's what people worry about most. I always get asked, like, are you just going to abandon me? That we're so worried
Yes.
because they've had that before, I guess, in other online
Well, I mean, you guys are
opportunities
busy
or-
too. I mean, he's always expect you to ask a question. It's got to be 5-10 minutes, half an hour. But I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
It's not just ourselves in here, so there's other people to do it, and you
So
never
they-
lose that.
Yeah. The other question I get asked the most is, how long until I'm going to start making money, and how much can I make? So why don't you, from your own personal experience, kind of
That's a very good question.
address that?
That is, yeah.
People want to know
it's-
how fast they can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we started in September, and by November, in September we got our first couple checks. Like, whoa, pick up and they come by check in the mail, and like, wow. And so so that that gave that right away, that really put that in. Hey, they stand by what we were told. It happened, and. So, as far as our business, though, when we first started working with it, within September, November is when we started seeing more and more results. By January,
Yeah.
we were like, oh my gosh, this I don't think you realize in the beginning how good this business starts once it starts rolling. It's like a snowball. The steam it gets, and by January and then February, well, I can't even speak. It was just
We were 5 figures by then. It's like any business.
Per month, right?
Per month.
Yeah, per month, yeah.
month. It's like it's what you want to put into it. It's what you're going to get out of it.
yeah.
And
When did you start hitting those 5-figure months? Would that have been January then, or February?
that
or-
would have been February, wasn't it?
So 4 or 5 months
I
after
think
you
so.
started.
It was February.
It was
yeah.
February, yeah.
The middle of February there somewhere. Yeah.
And so now you've been doing this, just over a year, like you said. So have either of you been able to quit your job?
I like that question because it's me.
Yes.
We've more than replaced my income.
We've doubled your income.
Yeah, and
easy.
it's the thing too with this income that we received. I went on vacation twice during that time. And normally my salary, like I was paid on salary, but still, when I didn't work, that's not salary normally, but I didn't get paid then. So considering that it just makes it so much sweeter for us because we could still get that income even though I was gone. We were gone, and so I would say that I'm the lucky one in this. Like, yeah.
But I mean, we could easily, like, if I didn't have my trucking business that I have already, if I didn't have all those expenses with it, we could easily live on what we make right now, easy. But I mean.
But we
can't-
like nice things.
You make a lot of money at your trucking
yes.
business. I
I'm
get
not
it.
ready to
Yeah.
give it up right at the moment, but I mean, it's coming to a close here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the best thing about this business for you guys? What would you say is your favorite thing?
It's the interaction with everybody that it's interaction with people. There's so many good people here, like amazing people. We've made tons of friends here so far. Just get, I don't know, how would you put it? It's the sense of freedom you're going to have down the road, and how you can be home to do what you want to do. That's the best part of this whole thing. You get up, like you said, you get up in the morning. You don't have to
Rush out the door.
to go to
You
work.
have the
You're late for
option.
this and that. Like it's.
Well, we're doing this video. This is our Thursday morning right here.
Yes, that's right.
This is a
We're
Thursday
at our
morning.
place
Yeah.
here on Main Island. So
It's, for me, one of the best things that I treasure about this business is because this business has put us on the same page. We bounce ideas off of each other. We were doing this together before. He was doing his world, I shouldn't call it little, and my world. So, and we would talk on the phone, but you really don't know what they're talking about. So you're trying to.
we always say it's like
That's a good
having a
point.
baby. I mean, we don't have children, so we don't know,
Yeah.
but it feels like
Something
you're
common.
creating something
Yes.
You're doing it
together.
together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the traveling part of it's the best part. Like, we're here in Main Island here
Oh,
today.
yeah.
I've never been over to Victoria. In the background there, it's Victoria Island. We're going to go there tomorrow for 3 or 4 days, just cruise
In the middle
up
of
and
the
down.
week.
Middle of the week. And this whole business just keeps going.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it all. Like, there's nothing to be skeptical about it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's lots of it out
We
there,
are
but
living
this
proof
is
of
nothing to be skeptical. And you want to ask any time about it, you go right ahead.
Why don't you ask your question? That
All
you-
right,
you had
so
one
this
last
is my
question.
favorite question. I want you to close your eyes and tell me how it felt that first day, that first time that you made a $10,000 day.
It was actually over 10,000.
It was over
It was over 10.
Yeah.
What went through your mind?
What went through?
I said, well, my mind was like, no way. Like, we did it. Like, wow, that's, we just never thought that two very normal people like us could, who had no real internet abilities and as far as making money online could do something like this. So when we heard, and it was Mike who told us, it was like, oh my gosh, like, wow. It's like, whoa, party time.
It was I don't know, words don't describe it. I mean, to have that, what I do, and the repairs and everything that I have to do to take off, if say I make 20 grand in a month, and for me to make 10 grand in one day and have nothing
No
to
overhead.
pay for it,
Yeah.
no overhead whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like,
That was like
anybody can live on 10 grand a month, especially like how easy this is when you have no overhead.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
I wish I would have got into this a while ago.
Yeah.
Long ago, like, my God. Like, there's just, this is totally amazing. Totally amazing. That's all I can say about it.
It was mind blowing.
It's eye-opening, and it should be for you also. I mean,
Yeah, it's-
don't be scared to jump in and try this.
Yeah, I've been online 10 years now, so for me it's just normal to have $10,000 days, and because that's the online world. I mean, that's what's possible. Mike's been working with me now for 3 years.
3 years, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to say that, like, he has a $10,000 day, I have a $20,000 a month, we had one $10,000 day between us on our line. But we're not saying to belittle anybody out there, because everybody has hardships.
Yeah.
Like, there's people scraping by on $2,000 a month and all like that. We're not putting ourselves out like we're above anybody else. It's just we're trying to give you a chance to
See what's possible.
to what's possible to do this.
Yeah.
And it is possible. There's people that come in here with nothing and they've gained,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they've made $4,000 or $5,000 a month, where some of the people here
Yeah.
are waitresses.
Yeah.
How hard that is
Yeah.
to make a buck at it.
It's when you think really on it, it's really humbling that we were fortunate enough that you actually saw the ad and that you clicked on it. Like, it's like how our life has changed, and we thank you guys for it.
And I was laying in my truck up in northern BC and sick and tired of up and down all the time, and just scrolling through media, and that's when it came up. And I thought to myself, well, there's got to be something different. Everybody else is doing online, we've got it, and that's, send it to her and let her look at it, because then this is where we're at. So it's
Just
possible for anybody.
just over a year later.
Just over a year
Yeah,
later, like
a year later.
it's unreal. Like, it is. It's hard to believe. Have to pinch ourselves once in a while.
And the
Yeah.
best part is now we're friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've made friends
Huge
for life
benefit.
that we wouldn't have met otherwise.
Otherwise, we'd never probably
No.
met.
Yeah.
And
And
then-
even though the business is online, we do meet in person, as
Yeah.
you can
That's
see.
right.
And the great
This is our
thing-
second time meeting.
This way they get to hang out in the ocean and we get to hang out in wine country.
They live in wine country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So,
All right, guys,
do you
well,
wanna
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks for
Thanks for
listening.
including
Yeah.
us.
Bye.